road trip, and how much time do you devote?
This is James Wiseman.
To James Wiseman.
Now, this is, I got to ask.
Pre-game.
Oh, pre-game.
Yeah, do you even address him?
Oh, there's no doubt. So this would be Mully Bonte and a good.
Well, and Fitz and Kalena. How much do you
on
bring
the
up?
broadcast?
How much?
Okay. This is assuming he plays. But Steiny, in my world, honestly, he'd get a good 5 minutes. And then on the broadcast, I'd give him a whole, I don't want to call it block because that'd be like 10 or 15. I'd give him a whole, we'd give him his flowers.
For what?
For what we hope him to be and how bad we hated to part ways with him and it didn't work out. We can't run from our part in it.
Yeah,
and the
you
Warriors'
can.
part it was they thought
Warriors would do well never to mention his name again.
What world are you in?
It's funny because I don't think it's.
You got to show him some love. They're going to show him love.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is
Bonte too. They're going to bring him up.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of those where. So back in my day when I covered the Warriors,
okay, go ahead.
I would be talking to my boss, and he'd be like, "Well, you got to talk to Wiseman." And I'd be like, "Why?" Well, he was a number 2 pick and da-da-da. And I'd say, he's played 1 out of 7 games. He was traded a year ago. Like, nobody cares. And they're like, nah, you got to talk to Wiseman. And it's one of those things where,
oh, man.
It's one of those things where, okay, I get it. I guess I got to talk to Wiseman. He's part of the story tonight. But it's me as a basketball guy in my essence, not a storyteller. He's no part of the game tonight. I just assume forget about him going into this game tonight.
Wow,
I don't need to see him play.
You don't want to, okay, give me this.
Want to what?
You don't want to hear about it, and maybe I need to do my due diligence. You don't want to hear about it because this has been buried. Or maybe nobody cares and they're like you. I've never really heard him talk about his time here and why he thinks it didn't work. And I'm not saying we're going to get that tonight, but I would be, oh my gosh, Steiny, appointment TV. If you told me somebody was a beat reporter was going to put hey, just tell us your thoughts on why it didn't work out or your time in Golden State. We don't got to use the negative. Why didn't it work out?
What could he possibly say that would be fascinating?
What he did.
He's not very good.
What he looks back on on why he maybe didn't get it as fast.
That still hasn't gotten it.
And I'm going to be honest, Trey Lance too. Like
they're
gone. No, they're gone.
I remember yesterday. Yeah, I made a point. Remember last week I made a point.
No, but I want to hear. I would love to hear that point of view. You're saying you're out on James saying just hearing his quick little story about why he thinks it didn't work or they traded him.
I don't care. I know why it didn't work. He's not good enough. Right. Seriously,
that's the low-hanging fruit.
No, it's not.
But I want an insight on if he has any self-reflection of I let them down. I wasn't ready. I didn't listen. Not saying he would say those things, but it would be on the table. Oh, Steiny, you and I know we're an odd couple.
He's not good enough. Like, I wouldn't expect him to apologize. The Warriors were the ones who made a mistake. He's not an NBA player, apparently. So I was just telling Lucas, I was like, I actually do feel sorry for Wiseman. That's the guy I feel sorry for. Why, Steiny? Well, because he just entered the draft. That's all he did. Somebody said, hey, James, I'll bet you if you enter the draft, you could make money. And he might have been thinking, I'm not ready. It doesn't matter. Just do it. He did it. He wasn't ready. And now he kind of gets made fun of.
Oh, I don't make fun. No, I'm rooting for him.
He's a bust.
So you think
he's a bust.
You're ready? Oh, man. For the Warriors. Because it's early still with Detroit, Steiny. And I know the DMPs are alarming. But didn't you say wow. I ain't going to fight you on the bus, but I feel like, man.
I mean, he's a bust right now.
For the Warriors, we know that.
For the Pistons, too, he's done nothing. Has he played in a game that they've won since he was traded?
The one game was the one.
I'm talking about since last year.
Oh, no. He was good in some games last year.
For who?
For Detroit. He was put 14-8. People,
That's
come on.
That's not a good game just because you have 14-8.
Well, he was showing he had a pulse.
Okay.
And so there's no doubt in your mind if he had it to do over again, his ass wouldn't have entered that draft. Or would he be the same player had he not entered when he did?
Oh, my God. If I'm James Wiseman, the greatest decision I've ever made was entering the draft.
To get that money.
Because he plays one more year at Memphis.
Oh, wow.
He maybe scares everybody off. What I'm getting at is, like, I get it. James Wiseman was a story, but, like, just the game itself, the Warriors at Detroit, 8th game of the year, it's like Wiseman's doesn't even register a blip to me about tonight's game.
By the way, Steiny, he started 23 games last year.
Man.
They won 2 of them.
Yeah, 2-21.
Well, that's for every Piston on the roster.
Especially him.
Sorry, he started 21.
All that hell, but still, we get your point of it. Yeah, I get it. Man.
To answer your original question, though, probably about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I say you play the comments from Klay Thompson about James Wiseman last night. Were very nice.
Curry's too.
Very warming, very welcoming, very encouraging. Okay. You probably give some, stuff on top of that about how you hope his career is going to be good, and then you move on.
Yeah, let's. Klay did say something nice. Let's listen to it.
It'll be great to see James. Me and James spent many, many days and weeks together rehabbing. I'm just excited to see him, especially just as a friend. I think about him often, and I hope he's doing well, and it will be great to just check up with him. And the beautiful part about our league is that you make relationships with guys every year, and I consider James a dear friend, so it'll be great to see him and just catch up.
If we were at a bar, I would use a word I can't use on the radio, but I F with Klay. And you know why? Because he backed it up and doubled down when we were talking about Jordan Poole last week, and he didn't fall for the Draymond stuff and say, oh, the vibe's different. He loved the vibe. Klay's a real one. Man, and I didn't know. I should have known, Steiny, that they worked out together or rehabbed together. So I'm sure that, man, he said, man, I love that.
Hey, that's Klay for you.
And Steph said some nice stuff to him at the podium yesterday, saying he would obviously.
Okay, hold on. Hey, Steph, we're going to Detroit, and just say something nice about Wiseman.
I mean, you could say it about a lot of situations with teammates that, whether it was with us or when they went somewhere else, you wish that, things happen quicker, sooner, or better outcomes. But his story's still developing. Like, nobody's putting a pin in that right now. He's a young dude, he's super talented. He works hard. So, I'm confident he'll be able to figure it out, just a matter of when. That's really all you can focus on. That's not really looking back at how it went with us or whatnot. It's just knowing he has the mental fortitude, I think, and the work ethic to figure it out.
Wow.
God bless Steph
Those
Curry.
Are two good cats, man.
God bless him.
Did we hear the Draymond sounds about Wiseman? Is that in there? Is that in the file? No, they're rooting for him, man. But Steiny, I give you, we all admitted he was a bust here. He's not playing early in Detroit, but with his age, he's still got some time. It may be at another spot, another venue. Yeah. Gotta go.
You can't.